you for a lifetime.
Stock members available dealership. Call 503-280-9810. 2,500 to a signing 10K year lease 12/9/15. For please call Monthly RD 13.
So I just discovered dazzleme.com. It's a totally addictive new jewelry site with big-name luxury brands, and you know which ones I'm talking about. Unique designers that you can't find anywhere else, all at a fraction of the price. I'm going back on dazzleme.com tonight.
SFW Construction repairs siding and dry rot all year long, but their most affordable rates are in the fall and winter, and you'll save thousands on construction costs. Don't pay the summer freight. Call SFW Construction today and mention this ad for a reduced rate. CCP number 166405.
Women all across the U.S. are dedicated to making a difference. These are everyday women igniting positive change in their communities and working to better the lives of those around them. Help L'Oreal Paris honor amazing women like these through their philanthropic program, Women of Worth. Head to womenofworth.com now to read about the program's 10 honorees and their important charitable work. Then do your part by voting on which one you want to receive $35,000 to advance your cause and keep the good work going.
What does Meals on Wheels do? They deliver meals and smiles to homebound seniors. But Meals on Wheels does something else. They turn a volunteer's lunch break into a meaningful experience.
As small and as simple as the relationship is between a volunteer and a client of Meals on Wheels, it's really so impactful. I never thought that 5 minutes could make so much difference in the lives of two people, but it has.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org. That's americaletsdolunch.org. Brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Stay connected all the time on all the socials. This is the voice of freedom. All the links, 1190kex.com.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories? 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
You ever seen they have one of those days where it just seems like everybody's getting on your case from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend? Well, you know, I used to have just about all the time, but I found a way to get out of it. Let me tell you about it.
Regardless of whether their parents are citizens.
Do you think, Professor Josh Blackman, that that was the intent of the founders, is that anyone who gives birth on American soil, 5 minutes after their arrival, that child would become an American citizen with all of the appurtenances and entitlements that occasions?
Well, Michael, I can answer your question two different ways, right? So when we talk about originalism, it's a word I've used on your show a number of times, right? We want originalist judges.
Yeah, not being bored, be really original.
Yeah. When I want to be an originalist justice like Justice Scalia or maybe Justice Thomas, we can ask maybe one of two questions, right? What did the founders intend versus what are the meaning of the words that they wrote? And so your question is, what did they intend? And we do have some evidence upon that, right? During the ratification debates, one member who opposed the 14th Amendment said, would a child of a gypsy born in Pennsylvania become a citizen? Right? Would California have become overrun by a, quote, flood of Mongolian immigrants, right? So there were people back then worried about the sort of question you're asking now. And another senator who favored the amendment said, yes, that the Chinese and Gypsies aliens will be citizens, and they'll be part of the polity. So it's always hard to figure out the intent because one guy said no and one guy said yes, who was correct.
Surely at least one of them is going to be pregnant and gives birth a month from now, and that becomes a United States citizen. Sure seems like a problem.
Well, you know, as it stands today, different countries have different policies, right? Most countries in the Western Hemisphere have birthright citizenship. Many European nations do not. And, you know, I think it's a sensible policy discussion of which policy you adopt. Even if Trump was, I think, right about the Constitution, which I don't think he is, there's still various laws by Congress that I think would still provide citizenship to these sorts of individuals. So this is one of those policy debates that may have been settled a long time ago. That's going to be very hard to change. But if I can just get to think about the alternative, what happens if a person comes here, they're born, their parents are here legally, and they're not U.S. citizens, they're basically stateless. They have no state, they have no nationality, because perhaps their parents' country doesn't give birthright citizenship, it only gives citizenship based on where you're born. So you might have an entire breed of people who have no citizenship, no statehood, and there's nowhere for them to go. So given that eventuality, birthright citizenship may be a better option. But I do see that today a lot of people don't approve of this in light of immigration.
And of course, as the demographic of the immigrant, the illegal immigrant, has changed, and as the growth of the state's entitlement programs have changed, I think that's changed the analysis. When the Irish first came here, when the Italians first came here, when the Indians came here 50 years ago, dot not feather, it wasn't individuals who were immediately going into the welfare system, but some percentage, a much greater percentage today are. And I think that changes the calculation too, or at least the political analysis.
You know, the Cato Institute, of which I'm an adjunct scholar, has a very good line about this. Instead of building a wall around our country, we should build a wall around the welfare system. If the objection is to immigrants going on welfare, then we can find a way to exclude them from going on welfare rather than exclude them from the country. You know, these are legitimate public policy concerns, which I don't think birthright citizenship entails. You can be a welfare if you're not a citizen.
country until they
Most
apply
children get
for
it. They can't petition for their parents get a green card till they're